guys, Clint Hardy with GoodArt.com, and of course, the House of Biceps. All right, we're here at the House of Biceps today, watching box squat videos the last week or two. I've picked up a couple of clients that are having issues, I think, with their box squat, and I want to address it just a little bit today. So I saw this client doing box squats, and I asked him if he ever had any back problems from doing box squats or squats in general. And he said no, but it's got me looking, it's got me thinking about what's going on. So I want to show you guys a little bit of what I see and how I think we can think to correct it. Okay, so I'm using a high box here. This box is fine for me. It's actually fine for strongmen who are doing box squats because we spend so much time in a full squat position anyway, doing stones, sandbags, picking up, loading, things like that. And so much of what we do is being explosive from somewhat this position or even higher. I use this with powerlifters as well. Never had a powerlifter bomb in a meet. And I've had a lot get there with a lot less pain than what they're used to in the process. So what I'm seeing, and I'll see if I can duplicate, is a client box squatting. I'm out of breath. I've already finished my sets. What I see is him going down to the box squat, fairly correct, and then doing this movement and coming back up and squatting. I'm hoping you can see my back here. Down and back, down and back. Now, to be honest, what I'm looking for is no rotation in that spine. So we're loading the spine with the barbell, and we should be tight enough that we can keep everything tight with our erectors. And then somebody will come along and say, oh, but box squats kill the lower back. Well, they absolutely do if you're doing them incorrectly or if you have a problem. Some people, not every exercise works for everybody. Even I accept that now that I'm older. The first thing you can do is raise the box up a few inches so you get to that point to where you're not going to rock back. But it might just be ingrained in your mind and how your technique is. So what I'm looking for when you're box squatting is you get down, stop, freeze, nothing moves, explode. Stop, freeze, nothing moves, explode. There should never be a rock. If you are rocking back and then you're going forward, you're losing that spine. That spine is rounding. Your erectors from your butt all the way to your neck now no longer have tension. They're not protecting your spine at all. Your spine is kind of protecting the muscles at this point. And that may be fine. That may be fine for you. It's not for me, and it's not for people who are using heavy loads, and they're using this to build other exercises. This has to be the safest thing you do. If you're loading Atlas stones and sandbags and picking up heavy super yokes and frame carries and farmers, fingal fingers, all those other things, those are going to take a wear and tear on your joints. Those are your sport. This is your accessory, and it has to be one of those things that absolutely does not wear down your body even more. So we raise the box up to a point to where you're not falling on the box, you're not hitting the box, you're not landing on the box. And this piece of rescue foam here helps me a ton. It adds about, half inch, something like that. I mean, honestly, when I get on the scale, the sign pops out that says 1 at a time, please. So when I get on there, how much is this really helping me? Well, actually, it feels like it does help quite a bit. I have less pain in my hips and my back when I use this. And so much of that is just the idea of where I'm at. I can feel it. And I can rotate back and I can hit that spot. So if I keep lowering the box and I'm not strong enough to maintain that arch yet, then I'm going to continue to lose that tightness. So raise the box up. You don't get extra bonus points for box squatting deeper. Nobody cares on contest day how much you can box squat. This is a builder. Raise the box up to the point to which you can do the exercise correctly. Same thing applies to every exercise, whether it's bench press, deadlifts, whatever you're doing. Find the range of motion where you can do it correctly and then work from there progressively, slowly, safely, over time. So what I want you to think about, and as sure as Shinola, now that I'm set up here, my body's pretty much fried, I'm going to do this incorrectly. But let's see if I can do a rep or two that at least gives you an idea of what I'm looking for. No mouthpiece, no ZZ Top. This is basically raw. I'm really hoping that turned out pretty well. But what I'm looking for is no rotation in the spine. The hips rotate, the thighs sit back, somewhat vertical shins. I won't lie, it's much easier to have vertical shins and briefs. These are my Spud Gateway briefs, single ply. This is like knee sleeves for your hips. It's not tough briefs, but I can't imagine not having them. And, you know, a big mistake that I make, I'll go ahead and point it out, is when I get down to the box, I tend to do this. I tend to do this number, just a little bit. I round forward just a hair from midsection up, and then I end up being sore through my ribs and my abs. And this doesn't really happen now because I'm not using that much weight. But when I was squatting 800-900 pounds plus, training with the weights that would get me there, I got sore a lot. And I think I could have saved myself some pain, which would allow me to have trained more and harder and more optimally and squatted even more weight. It's kind of what we're looking for with you. Be able to train a little more optimally, safer, for a longer period of time, and really use this as a builder. Let's try it one more time. Mine. I really want to headbutt the bar. My wife will kill me if I start bleeding again from any bodily orifice. Balls to the box. Boom. Not butt to the box. Balls to the box. Rotate. And as you continue to progress 1 or 2 good weeks in a row of doing it correctly, start removing mats, lowering the box little by little, and continue to squat that fine line on what you can do optimally. Practice perfection as often and as perfect as possible. Hope this helps, guys. Let's get to work. Still want to headbutt the bar. Soon, my precious, soon.